Welcome to episode 19 of Once Upon a Captain Swan. I'm your host, Sarah, and with me today I have JMO,
Hello.
Lindsay,
Hey.
Raechel,
Hi.
Gabrielle,
Hi.
and Justine.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk about last week's episode, Heartless, and then we're going to talk about parallels. And by parallels, we're talking about the ways in which Captain Swan resemble other couples from other either different fandoms, different shows, different movies, or other couples on ones. So it's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
But what did we think about last week's episode? It was angsty.
It was.
Yeah.
I
It was
liked
emotional.
it.
But it was more enjoyable than I thought it would be.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Bless Jane Espenson and everything she does. Because she rarely ever goes wrong.
Jane is a goddess.
Bless Jane.
I mean, aside from all
Let's
the
talk
sewing
about-
drama, do we want to just go right into the amazing Captain Swan scene?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. Please. Oh my gosh. Like Killian.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be a good dad one day. Seriously.
Yeah.
They're really like hitting that this season.
Yeah.
Just him saying baby was like, oh my god.
I just love the fact that Jane had him say magic little baby tree thing.
Yes.
Because like
With a
Killian
straight
is so
face.
eloquent. He has probably the best vocabulary of any of the characters on the show. And then to hear him refer to a sapling as a magic little baby tree thing was just so enjoyable.
And he just knows Emma so well. Like he knows exactly how to be there for her, how to help her. He's just, I love him so much. I want a Killian Jones, please.
I know everyone needs like a Killian Jones in their life.
So if we're talking about parallels, that scene kind of paralleled their little interaction in the Middle Mist scene in 5-4 when he's telling her to just relax and the dark one will go away, and he was able to help her through that. That scene was very reminiscent of that.
It was also
yeah.
reminiscent of, sorry, Gray.
That's right.
Gabby, we're probably gonna say the same thing, so go ahead.
No, we're not. I was gonna say it's reminiscent of when he talked to her and Mother at the water.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's reminiscent of when she led him over to the couch. I can't remember what episode it was, and they sat down, and she's like, "I'm gonna choose to see the best in you," or whatever, and then like started.
Yeah. I think that was like the second episode of 4B.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Because
can't
just the
remember
way
what
like
it's
she
called.
grabbed his hand and like he grabbed her hand and like led him to sit down. I was like, oh,
They're so cute.
it parallels a lot.
Yeah.
It's just, their relationship just continues to grow stronger and stronger every week. And, the start to season was a bit like, stupid, in my opinion, with the whole, like, drama, like, keeping secrets. But now we're back on track and everything is as it should be.
Yeah. Also, can we
he
talk
has a-
about the best part of this episode, which was Wilby?
Wilby, yes!
Wilby!
Please,
I need
want
to
Wilby.
see more of Wilby because he was amazing.
Oh my god. He was so cute.
It was so unexpected, and then like they just had a Wilby, and I was like, I need it. He's
I
so
need
cute.
more of
All the
Wilby.
episodes.
I need Wilby adventures.
Yes.
Because literally, what happened to this dog?
I know.
It needs a backstory, like a full-on, like, what happened?
We just get a whole
like-
episode of Wilby. It's the most beloved episode in this entire fandom.
Can he, like actually be like a person that like is trapped as a dog or something, and like
Oh.
I need it.
Well, I mean, Gus was a mouse, and then like
That's what I'm saying.
Archie was a freaking cricket.
He needs a cricket again, but
He
But
is.
that's besides the point.
Also, so skipping ahead, going to the scene where, it parallels like Snow in season 1 with Snow in the tree bark, whatever, and actually like Emma was there to witness that happen.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it's
Love
like
that.
it was beautiful, but obviously when David fell, it was like kind of heartbreaking at the same time. But I
Yeah.
kind of just loved that parallel, and Emma was there to see it. like the birth of like the show kind of thing, and the story of, you know, Emma and everything.
Yeah. And I think that's also like the most kind of magical and Disney-ish thing that Emma's ever seen in front of her. Like, I know, like, Emma's seen, like, a lot of magic and a lot of weird shit, but I think this is probably, like, the most, like, important to her.
I meant to end it with, like, David just falling was like... I did cry a lot in this episode, I must admit.
I love that twist, though. I love that twist with Snow.
That is a good twist.
Yeah.
Like, last time I was waiting for the evil queen to, like, step it up, and she stepped it up and brought the evil in this episode, and I was really happy with it.
Finally, here we go.
Finally being a villain.
With the evil queen is that she's just kind of there, and she hasn't been a player, but now she's doing something.
Exactly.
I still would prefer if Lana was a better actress, but anyway.
Was waiting for you to say something like that.
It's a weekly thing now. But seriously, the thing with Lana is her performance is just all over the place. Like, in that scene in the woods between her and Ginny, that was amazing. She was threatening, she just had this, like, undercurrent of vengeance and a little bit of sadness and heartbreak that was amazing and really reminiscent of season 1. But then you get to that weird scene with her and Zelina, where she's back to being super campy and like she's been watching too much RuPaul's Drag Race. Which, that's not a knock on Drag Race. I love Drag Race, but the evil queen isn't Drag Race.
No.
Oh, Johansson, whatever his name is, showed up.
Oh my god, no!
For all you One Tree Hill people.
There it is.
Yeah.
Dan Scott.
That's probably why I had a hard time enjoying this episode, was because I was so distracted by the fact that Paul Johansson was in this episode.
Yeah, I was like, I don't trust you, I don't like you, you're gonna do something bad, and sure enough, he roofied David.
It's funny, though, because I saw his name in the opening credits, and I was like, wait a minute, is this, like, the Paul Johansson that was like a massive dick to me at my work? Or is this, like, a relatively unknown, like, Canadian Paul Johansson? So I IMDb'd it, like, right as the episode started. And it didn't show up, like, once did not show up under his name. So I was like, oh, okay, this is a different Paul Johansson, whatever. And then I heard his voice, like, as he had the mask on, and I was like, oh, no, they did not get Dan Scott to come be a villain on this show.
I did love the whole, scene between Snow and Charming when they didn't know it was them. Usually I don't like scenes like that where they just throw more backstory in that like kind of doesn't work, but I think it really worked.
It did work.
I didn't like it. Sorry. I'm going to be the odd guy out. I didn't like it. I didn't like that they messed with their first time meeting. Didn't like it.
I think there's only so much they can mess with it now. Like I do agree they're kind of pushing it with the whole adding stuff to it.
Also, Charming didn't have a terrible wig on, and is it ever a Charming flashback if he doesn't have an awful wig?
Yeah, where's the shepherd's hair, damn it?
Where's his Jesus hair?
Need it.
I had high hopes, and it didn't happen. He did look really good.
He did look real good.
Yeah, he did, but I like to make fun of his hair.
Yeah.
I will say the funniest part was everyone's reaction to Regina saying her and Rumple had chemistry, and just all the looks on their faces.
Was my face. Things I did not need to know.
I love that Zelina was turning green again. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, turn all the way green, please.
But ill that she would feel green about, Eve Queen and Rumple.
Ew.
Well, what do they all see in Rumple? I don't understand.
Where's Jimmy Fallon when you need him?
Yeah. Yeah. But like Zelina like loved Rumple, so we all knew that.
Does she love him, or is she just obsessed with him?
Well, he was going, like, if she wanted to do the dark curse, remember, he would have to be the thing, he was the thing she loved the most. So whether it was because of his power or whatever, it's still the thing that she loved the most at that time. obviously now. At least I hope now it's her daughter, but it's Zelina, so.
Yeah.
I am really excited to see Zelina and Belle team up in future episodes. I just really want to see them like curb stomp Rumple.
Belle dragging him again was great.
That's like that always manages to make an episode of Once better. Just to hear Belle tell Rumple like he ain't shit is like that just makes my entire week.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't shit. Get a job.
And I just love how like Zelina was so willing to just spill the gossip, like she's taking over like Leroy's role.
She's a total gossip queen.
She was like
she's always been the gossip queen too. Like
I feel like Zelina would be like the gossip girl, and like just send out like text blasts to everyone.
Well, that's
especially
like her arc
in 5A. Yeah.
In 3B, that's how she was, like spilling gossip everywhere, just get them mad at each other.
Yeah.
She really is like that like catty girl in high school who would just be like, don't tell anyone I said this, but like that like you're really annoying.
Definitely.
But you didn't hear it from me.
Is that all we got?
Yeah, I mean, just to say that it was actually like my favorite episode of the season so far.
It was up there, but it wasn't my favorite. But it was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, it was
I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite still was Killing episode, but.
And the other shoe.
Yeah.
Those are definitely top two.
Yeah.
Well, we asked our listeners what they thought of the episode, and Once Girl 87 from Twitter said that she loved the Captain Swan scene. It was such a sweet scene. Killian always knows what to say. I love him.
Yeah.
Then I've got some reactions from Tumblr for the same thing. Oh, yeah, I like the red leather jacket. My friend April said, I want that man to put a magic little baby inside of Emma, please, and thanks. The Ache of the Ocean said, love the scene in the vault. He gave her strength and hope and what a partner should do. Emma isn't alone anymore. It also reflected what snowing scene in the hands. And both couples were in frame when Snow was cursed in the woods. And then Ultra Lucky Cat Nerd said, I absolutely loved how connected the mains were this week. You could tell they were a family unit. From their shared reactions to Golden Queen, which I think reflected the audience, to Emma and Henry's short-lived relief when Snow and Charming had their hearts put back in their chest. The vault scene was, in a word, perfection. Killian is Emma's biggest champion, and you could practically feel the love between them coming off the screen. I have to admit that my jaw probably never left the floor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are going to move on to our discussion on parallels, and we're going to start right away with one of the best ones parallels, which is Captain Swan with Snowing, because it has been going from day one.
She'll have.
And continues to be just one of the most beautiful and important things. So,
absolutely.
Take it away, JMO and Raechel.
Okay, so we got a couple points. We didn't want to kind of nitpick and to try and reach some. So we picked a few, some really good ones. Obviously, we're going to start off with the main one, the I will always find you, which is Charming's favorite line, and because it's so important to his character and how he never gives up on Snow, and how his drive to find her whenever they get apart is just, it's so important. Ray?
Yeah, and I love that Emma said it about Hook.
Mm-hmm.
Because it kind of just, because she never would have said stuff like that before she found her family, and I think her parents really instilled the belief of like true love in her, and the fact that she was just so willing automatically to go to the underworld to save him just punches me right in the feels.
This one's kind of recent. It kind of showed up in the last episode, Heartless. There was the true love sapling with Snowing, and it just basically told their entire story whenever they touched it. It looked awfully like a little tiny beanstalk, and
There's been a gift set going around that someone made, and I'm sorry, it's freaking canon. Like, I don't care what anyone says. But since Hook and Emma were in the past, they could have had their own tiny sapling, and then over 28 years, or however long it'd been, they grew into a beanstalk that they ended up climbing when they met again. So
yeah, it's canon. I'm totally down with
Canon. I'm game with that. Yeah, I approve.
that. We have snowing. We have that little fight scene between Snow and Charming when the Snow hits him with a rock and right on the chin, gave him that scar. And it's kind of reminiscent of another fight scene with Captain Swan. Right,
Their first fight scene,
Socks him
isn't it?
in the face. Yeah. I mean, pretty much their only fight scene.
True.
When,
It was a hot
she
fight scene.
socks him in the face with a compass. Which, can we just remember, he wasn't actually knocked out for.
No, he was
He
not.
was just being dramatic.
Well,
Typical
yeah, like he
pirate
started like
flair.
that little twirl thing, didn't he? That was
He did.
his dramatic twirl.
Well, I think that's his style, sword fighting,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
also think he
It's
kind
still
of was
dramatic.
secretly rooting for Emma.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
he was
yeah.
doing them. Yeah.
Well, because
Then
he already had a way to get to Storybrooke, so he didn't really need the compass.
Yeah.
then Snowing telling David that she doesn't love him because she was trying to save him from getting hurt by his adoptive father, who's douche. And then it was kind of reminiscent of when Killian told Emma that he loved her in that scene on the Jolly Roger.
Yes.
Um,
But also, let's never remind me of that pain again.
sorry.
This one
Oh.
was my favorite one.
Mhm.
The next one that we have,
Yes.
Come Back to Me.
Mm.
And it was in the very first season. I think it was like episode 2 or 3, maybe. I honestly can't remember.
It's Snow Falls.
Yeah.
Mm.
When David stumbles out into the woods and Mary Margaret finds him and she says, "Come back to me." And then fast forward to 3B when Zelena tries to drown Killian and Emma is debating whether to give him CPR or not, which wasn't really CPR, but okay, we're fine. And she says, "Killian, come back to me." And I think that was like one of the first times she really started using his name.
Yeah.
And I just remember everybody like lost their shit.
Yes.
And yeah, I love it. It's one of my faves. It hurts.
This next one actually kind of gave me all the feels.
Which I didn't know until you told me about that.
I know, and I didn't know either. Like, it didn't click when apparently there was the letter that that Charming wrote Snow, and not a day goes by where I have not thought of you.
Yeah.
What does that sound like?
Not a day will go by that I won't think of you. Good.
That's a really sneaky parallel.
I know, but it's still hit me
When we
right
found it, we were like losing it because we were like, "Oh my god!" That's like one of my favorite early Captain Swan scenes.
Yes, it's so poignant. Then there's obviously the failed true love's kisses between the two of them. One of which ended with a knee to the crotch.
The other one ended with a punch to the face.
True.
Didn't she like shoot him with an arrow or something?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Poor guys.
I mean, they should know that true love's kisses don't work on memory charms.
I need like them to have a conversation about this. Like, oh, you tried that too, huh? How'd that work out for you? Took an arrow to the knee.
Been there, done that.
One of those magical conversations that have happened off screen. That's
Right.
You just know it.
That apparently I need to do.
Yes.
And then the last one we saw was just some really awkward ass love triangles.
Yeah.
Which they're never really, they weren't really triangles anyway. They were trying to make them triangles, but we all knew what was going to
It
happen.
was almost like a squiggly line, kinda, instead of a triangle. Like a little bump.
True. So yeah, those are the main points that we saw for snowing. I know there's a shit ton more out there, but those are the ones that we saw that kind of really, popped
Yeah.
out to us.
I'm sure we could go on about snowing parallels for an entire episode, but
We had a comment from Once Girl 87, and she said that her favorite parallel is also the Hook, I will find you, I will always find you, snowing parallel.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I just remember when Emma said that, it was like my heart stopped. I was just like, oh my god.
She did.
They went there.
They did the thing.
I almost wish like they kind of like panned to Snow and Charming when she said that, because I would like to see their reactions to her saying that.
Oh. Yeah.
I feel like they'd just be like proud little mama and papa, like that's our baby.
And Rachel, weren't you gonna mention a specific parallel between Emma and Killian themselves?
Yes, okay, I gotta talk about it. There's so many parallels between them, but like one that really like sticks with me is their tiny little box of things, and it hurts.
Oh, no.
Right in the feels.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. That's what I showed up for.
I'm going to take us down the angst train.
Yes.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Do it.
So,
Bring it.
my other OTP is Buffy and Angel.
Yes.
And
Angel.
What?
Angel.
Oh, okay. They're not as popular as they should be because of a certain other shit from that show that kind of took over. But we will not talk about that. Anyways, I think that Once did probably one of the biggest direct copies of a scene from another show, which is when Emma has to kill Killian.
Mm-hmm.
It was like if you put that scene with the scene of Buffy killing Angel side by side, they are almost identical.
Yes.
And that's why it hurts so much.
Yes, it does.
And if you do that for Sarah, she will just die.
It's been done. It's been done already. Yes. So for those of you that don't watch Buffy, Jane Espenson, who is our beloved Once writer, used to work for Buffy, or she used to be a writer for Buffy, and she was very, very heavily involved in the Buffy process, like almost to the point where I would kind of call her Joss Whedon's like right-hand woman. So she was very influential in that whole show. So I started, when Once came on and I knew that she was going to be a writer, I started kind of trying to pick up on those little similarities in her writing. And it is very obvious, like in Jane's episodes, the dialogue is so much more quirky, and you do get that feeling that you would get from a Buffy episode with like the banter and the quirkiness, and that's so great. So I definitely think that some of the parallels that I've noticed between Buffy and Angel do come from Jane, perhaps, and that they're not just like a coincidence. Like, I don't think there's any way that scene of Emma killing Killian was a total coincidence in its
no doubt.
similarity.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Like, there's no way.
No.
From the fact that Angel and Killian were both stabbed in the exact same spot on their chest with a sword, to the exchanged I love yous, the fact that Killian kind of came back to himself at the end, which is directly what happens to Angel, where his soul is restored at the very end, and they have the mutual I love you exchange, and both Emma and Buffy realizing that they have to kill their true love. And after it's been done, there's both a shot of there's shots of both of their faces just sobbing, like just this close up of both of their faces. And
I can't wait to get to this episode, Sarah. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
you just started.
Sarah's recently got me hooked on Buffy, and
Started.
yeah, I'm behind. Okay, I was like,
She's learning now. It's fine.
As long as she realized the error of her ways, then it's okay.
I'm the procrastinator on everything, guys. Like, let's be fair.
I mean, the show's been out for 20 years. Like, spoilers for that show aren't a thing.
I hope you enjoy it though.
I am, but now I'm like probably really gonna enjoy this angst train.
Yes.
Because I've known about this scene. Yeah, I've known about the scene. Like, it's no secret. So, like, I'm not like, oh my god, spoilers, guys.
20 years later.
20 years.
Must avoid spoilers.
But, yeah, I've noticed quite a few, like, Killian and Emma, like, reminiscent stuff from watching it. Because I'm on, like, the beginning of season 2 right now. And,
Okay.
yeah, I love it. And they're so cute.
Yes, they are.
It hurts.
And
Love
even
'em.
if you just look at their own characteristics, like Buffy is the chosen one. She's the one slayer. You know, she has these mythical powers, you know, just like Emma does. And
Angel's 100 years old.
yeah,
100
Angel is
years
a
old.
100-year-old vampire. His father's name is Liam. He kills his own father. Like, the similarities are endless between
Eerily.
all 4 of these characters. Oh, it can go on and on and on. To the point where, again, back to that episode, the season 2 finale of Buffy, where Angel's trying to summon a portal to hell. And
Yes.
just like, you know, Killian is summoning a portal to the underworld, and then Buffy sends him to hell, Emma sends him to the underworld. Oh my god, I can't. I just can't. And then
Thank you, Sarah.
even
I know what I'm watching later.
when you see the episodes where Angel does not have his soul and he becomes sort of his original alter ego, Angelus, he also acts towards Buffy in the very same way in which Darkhook was acting towards Emma, saying these really hurtful things and, you know, kind of downplaying his alternate self, and, you know, and calling him, like, you know, a puppy. And
Yes.
Did he part his hair the other way too?
no.
And he was attacking her loved ones, just like,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Yeah. Sarah, you just ruined it for me. I gotta go watch it now.
Right? It just makes you want to rewatch all season 2 of Buffy.
Yes.
Classic.
So, yeah.
Buffy.
It's been a while since I've watched Buffy. I might have to repick it up again.
I have season 1 through 3 on DVD. I think I'm gonna.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all on Netflix.
We don't talk about it post season 3.
Angel decided to
sorry.
leave.
Okay, so that's what I got.
All right.
Justine.
Yeah, so I was doing Captain Swan and Princess Bride parallels,
Yay.
which is great because that movie is amazing and holds up so well. But I feel like there are stronger parallels between Wesley and Inigo Montoya to Killian than there are to Buttercup and Emma. I feel like Buttercup and Emma make an interesting anti-parallel where Buttercup is very passive throughout the Princess Bride, whereas I feel like Emma would have had more of a hand in freeing herself from the Zini and all of them. But regardless, back to the actual parallels. I never really thought of this one, but both Wesley and Buttercup are in a book, and so is Captain Swan. They're both in books. They're both.
I can't. You've already broken me. God damn it.
I thought that was Ray for a second. Ray throwing up or something.
Listen, that was last night. Okay, I'm good now. I had my McDonald's. I'm
Had
good.
greasy food.
And then Wesley says, "I will always come for you" before he goes off to be a pirate, which is really reminiscent of the "I will always find you," which is a catchphrase for both Snowing and Captain Swan now. Emma and Buttercup both grew up as common girls before Buttercup became a princess and Emma realized that she was a princess. Emma's red ball gown is really reminiscent of the red dress that Buttercup wears throughout the movie.
Yes.
But yeah, Killian Jones is basically if like Wesley and Inigo Montoya just had like a little baby, like that would be Killian.
A little baby tree thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the first pirate outfit that we see him in the crocodile, is so similar to Wesley's pirate outfit. It's black, it's streamlined, it has like the leather pants and like the kind of billowy shirt, a lot of chest hair.
No one buttons them.
I like to think that's all intentional.
Oh, I feel like that's definitely intentional. Because I mean, when you think Captain Hook, you think of like the red, like velvet coat, not like all black, all streamlined, all beautiful.
I thought I had read somewhere that Colin's inspiration was Wesley.
Yeah, I mean, Colin. I feel like that's definitely intentional because Colin speaks in the same way that Wesley does when he's doing Killian. Like they both kind of have like these they both have like the same timing.
And he also based Hook off the original novel, which was much more like he was described as like a very handsome and dark and mysterious and like
was he young or something too?
Yeah. Yeah, and his eyes were as blue as the forget-me-nots and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he definitely like honestly, Once Upon a Time's Hook is the closest Hook that's ever been portrayed to the actual novel, which I love.
Oh yeah. Both The Princess Bride and Once have Fezzik and Anton, who are like friendly giants.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a part in The Princess Bride where Wesley like kicks up his sword with his foot. I wrote that down with like 6 exclamation points. I was really excited about that. There's like the infamous quote, "Death cannot stop true love. It can only delay it for a little while."
Oh.
Yeah.
That hurts.
I know, it's the cute. Actually, Inigo's sword looks really similar to his one that he had in the crocodile. That really fancy one.
Yeah.
Both Killian and Wesley die and are brought back thanks to true love.
Yay.
Although Wesley was only mostly dead.
He's mostly dead.
Mostly dead, but you know. Killian and Wesley love to monologue.
Oh, yes, they do. But we can hear both talk all day.
Yeah.
No complaints.
What else do I have here that's like relevant and not just like reaching?
As you wish.
I mean, it's like since the invention of the kiss, only 5 have been rated the most passionate and the most pure. This one has left them all behind, aka every single Captain Swan kiss ever.
Exactly.
Wesley and Killian both do this like little sarcastic bow thing when they're like just being like, yeah, sure, okay, fine, whatever. And then obviously, As You Wish.
Which has now been paralleled by so many other couples on the show too.
I know. And yeah, and then like I feel like the Fire Swamp was kind of Wesley and Buttercup's like Neverland / Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of couples on Once do. Like they kind of have like their little adventure together in order to establish a relationship.
Yeah. Can't be together unless you have an adventure.
Yep.
Or 4.
That's the tagline for this week.
I was just gonna say it.
But yeah, I'm done. That's all of them.
Yay.
Unless like we want to go to like both Buttercup and Emma have blonde hair.
No way! I didn't know that. Oh my god.
And
Also,
green eyes.
I will just say that that was like the height of Carrie Elwes's hotness.
Oh yeah.
Hells
Yeah.
yeah.
That one and then Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Woo. Shit.
All right, Gabby and Lindsay.
Oh, God,
Bring
I
us
feel like
up with some Disney magic.
I feel like I'm presenting our project. I'm so nervous.
And what do you have
Do you
to
have,
share
like,
with
a
the class
PowerPoint?
today?
Yes, I got a PowerPoint, you know.
Oh my
With
god.
like a really shitty
Don't forget
transition
your
between
index
all the
cards.
slides.
Word art.
Sweating.
Word art.
Let's start this line quick. So we can start with, you know, it starts with a princess being separate from her family,
Yes.
And then we meet her 18 years later on her birthday, or the lead up to her birthday. You can parallel that with Emma perfectly. They're both feeling very lonely on their birthday. And then things have to change.
Also, thought Ryder began his adventure with Rapunzel the same way that, for the tiara, the same way the Hook did with Emma for his revenge.
Yes.
Yes, I thought that was a great parallel.
I never thought of that one.
I like that.
And also, that iconic frying pan entangled. So,
Yeah.
Emma with a compass, Rapunzel with the
Yeah.
frying pan. It's
Yeah.
how all the love stories start.
Yeah.
Totally, it's
You
not
have to go on an
first time.
adventure.
The
Go
true
on an
love
adventure,
punch to the face.
You have to punch in the
And then tying each other up too as well.
Mhm.
Rapunzel tied her up, tied him up with the hair. Emma loves to tie him up.
Emma's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
into
yeah.
this.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She loves bondage. What?
Stuff. Yeah. Do the thing, JMO.
Yes. Oh, it's been a while since someone said that to me. Holy shit.
Yay. Also locking Flynn in the closet was this, Emma locked Hook in the closet in season 2.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
In Manhattan, she
Yeah.
locked him
Oh, that's right.
in to like reheat her closet or something.
Come on, Sarah.
I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, that's
I
what
love
Colin,
that scene,
spent
'cause,
his like little hiatus that he got when he broke his leg.
Oh, Colin. Forever wondering what would have
scenes we
happened
could have
if you
had.
did not break your leg.
I know. They could have been together sooner.
Fucking
Like,
leg.
I wish they would just tell us or like give us like. I just need it. Like, I just need to read what.
Like
what
near you, maybe.
Yeah.
Also, when was it? Yeah, it was Flynn who injured his hand, and Rapunzel revealed that she has magic and stuff. So with the beanstalk, Emma also injured her hand, and we got that beautiful scene. And it's kind of a scene where they're both like both sets of characters are both like struck for a second, like wow, and that's when they start to realize, and that's when, like, for me, that's when I started streaming Captain Swan, and that's also a scene, where Rapunzel starts to open up to Flynn, and you can see there's romance blooming there as well.
Yes.
I just love that scene because she's always like, "Please don't freak out."
Yes.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
His face as well.
Are you freaking out? Why would I freak out?
Why would I freak out?
I watch Tangled.
Flynn and Hook both have 2 names each.
Yes.
Flynn Rider Eugene, I forgot his last name.
Fitzherbert.
There you go. And Hook
I watched it
Gillian
last
Jones.
night. Come on.
I know. I'm sorry. I knew it was a Mick, but I couldn't pay attention. I was blinded.
Just Smolder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emoji.
Things. The eyebrow as well going on.
Yes, the eyebrow.
Of course. And also it kind of like goes well with the CS movie. We're all gallivanting in the forest and stuff. Both Killian and Flynn have a satchel and stuff, and they're off on an adventure together. It's all very cute and fun.
They both wear vests.
Yes.
We do.
Yes. Yes.
And the dance scenes.
Yes, the dance scenes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the dance scenes, so beautiful.
That's literally like my favorite piece of music ever.
Tears. I'd like to point out that Emma's season 4 alternate universe outfit is very reminiscent of Flynn's.
Flynn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's essentially the same outfit.
Yeah.
It is the same outfit.
Different color pants, but honestly,
Good eye,
that's
girl.
it.
Mm-hmm. She gender bent.
That wasn't on purpose at all.
We just needed Killian to be in like some lavender getup, and it would have been perfect.
Lavender vest and
Like
Like
one
a
of
little
the-
paisley, like lavender paisley vest.
Flowers in his hair.
And you know what? He could still get it.
And it totally would have worked because it was AU.
Yeah.
This AU Hook loves flower crowns.
And since I'm always able to bring the angst,
Do
we're
it.
gonna go there, people.
Go there.
Oh no.
I know where you're going.
Angst, 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 angst.
I feel like when Eugene like got stabbed was like him sacrificing himself, just like Killian in Swan Song. Rapunzel not wanting to Eugene to die like Emma in Birth. Come on, Lindsay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's me.
You're the angst queen. I said to you last night, you are taking the angst.
I just felt like
train.
I'm talking too much.
No,
No,
you're
you're
not.
fine.
No, you're
If
fine.
you're the angst, Gabby, come on, this is your
Rapunzel.
podcast.
Rapunzel crying over Eugene like Emma's over Killian in Swan Song. Eugene's confession that Rapunzel was his new dream, like Killian's "Don't you know Emma, it's you."
Oh.
And the scene of Eugene being healed looked like when Emma turned Killian to Dark One, all the special effects,
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
And I think the kiss, to me, parallel with when they were reunited, when Eugene was healed and came back, was parallel to me like in Last Rites when Emma
Yeah.
saw Killian.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've
All
also
the
got,
angsty parallels.
yeah,
Yay!
I've also got, despite neither character having any experience, both Emma and Rapunzel have the natural ability to lead and can, turn a bad situation into a good one. So like Rapunzel in the bar and stuff, and then Emma bloody every week calming everyone in the town.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I've got. Anything else, Gabby? Have you got? to add?
Yes.
Okay. Continue.
I think, and I wish Kim was here because I think Maximus is a good parallel to David.
Oh my god, yes.
Kimmy, where are you? But yeah,
I know.
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yeah, and also obviously Rapunzel meeting her parents for the first time.
Oh yes.
This was a very like emotional scene, like because Rapunzel's mum comes over just like Snow in like the season 2 thing comes over to Emma first, and just that scene, it is very, very similar and incredibly emotional.
That scene hurts me so much. Both
Yes, I
of
love that
them.
scene.
Like, both of them hurt so much. And
Yeah.
then her dad's crying. I love how her parents never talk, but like that scene still makes me like bawl my eyes out.
Yes.
It's all,
Oh my god.
It's all in the acting.
We don't even know their names.
It's all in the animation.
It's all in the animation.
Acting, just the real.
But seriously, her dad, like his face just like makes me cry.
Because he's got like that super sad, like for 18 years sad face.
Sad dad face.
And he's like not very aged very well.
Pascal's the best sidekick.
Pascal's like Henry.
Emma needs a Pascal.
That's got like
Yes.
Henry. Oh my god.
But like season 1 Henry.
Yeah.
No, Pascal's better.
Yeah, season 1 Henry was annoying.
Oh.
No, I just mean like him and Emma were like together, like
Yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
he was kind of like her sidekick in season
Yeah.
1.
That's all we got there, Sarah.
Yeah, most of the main. We could go on a lot more, but I don't want to go over a lot of time, so.
All right. Job well done.
Yay! That was very
Alright,
enthusiastic, guys.
All right, so we got an email from Chantal who wanted to point out some parallels between CS and Lucifer.
Yeah.
So, Rachel, you want to go ahead with that?
Yes, because I love me some Lucifer, and I love me some Decker Star, and I know JMO. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think JMO likes them too.
I can't
A
tell.
little bit.
I
Just
can't
a
tell at
little
all.
bit.
Trash.
Let's see. Where shall we start? She sent an amazingly awesome email. So for those who don't watch Lucifer,
Watch it.
you should. Oh yeah, Justine's getting caught up too. I just remembered.
I'm already caught
No,
up.
Oh, you're caught up?
Caught up last night. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Chloe and Emma, they're both police.
They're
officers.
essentially the
And-
same.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's like, they're pretty much the same. Chloe's a detective, Emma's the sheriff, and, you know, they're both single mothers, and they're separated from, Chloe's separated from her husband, and her young daughter, Trixie, lives with her, who, if y'all watch it, Trixie's like MVP over here.
She is.
She's the best. And Emma has Henry. She says both women are strong-willed and never give up until they figure out how to fix the situation / solve a case. Lucifer and Killian. They both consider villains that are trying to redeem themselves. Lucifer is the devil that's on vacation from hell in Los Angeles, and he assists Chloe in solving her cases. Killian is a darker character that has begun to redeem himself as well. They're both played by super sexy men with accents.
Yeah.
Bless.
Yes.
Bless is in all caps, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
They both have brother and daddy issues. However, Lucifer's may be more complicated.
Just a little
Just a
bit.
bit.
Just a tad. Blonde women with authority figure are clearly their type. And then she just wrote one about CS and Decker Star. Decker Star is a slow burn. They've literally only freaking hugged once, and neither of them realize they're in love with each other. CS was a slow burn, but at least they made out before they were even a thing. Both couples have a light and dark component, where the men are the dark brooding types, and the women are the strong-willed, independent type. And yeah, we don't want to spoil too much, but y'all should watch it because it's pretty great.
Yeah.
And like
Seriously, guys, it's like Captain Swan fan fiction.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it
that's
literally
literally
feels
what
like
it
you're
really
just watching
is.
Captain Swan fan fiction.
Yep. So
But it's so well written. That's why.
It's like the best well-written fan fiction you'll ever read.
I mean,
It-
recently Chloe called the Lucifer King of Hell that he looked like a homeless magician. So
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get more quality than
Doesn't
that.
get much better than that.
No.
No.
And he did. And that was about it. It was good. A little tussled. And the parallels, I know it's not Captain Swan, but Detective Dan and Charming, and
Yes.
so it's like Captain Charming, and their bromance is called Douchifer because he calls him Detective Douche. So
Yeah.
it's been deemed Douchifer, and it's probably like my favorite ship name ever.
The
Yeah.
best.
And they have a lot of parallels.
I'm still on season 1, so I'm just like, oh, this like I kind of want to catch up now. I might
Get
have
it
to like
together,
push.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to.
kept telling her before we recorded that she needed to catch up.
I know, but there's just not enough hours in the day.
Make some more.
Okay.
But that's it.
Yay.
Yay.
So one of my favorite people, Marianne, over at the Girly Nerd, did a very awesome article with some of her favorite parallels for her site. And I wanted to point out some of them that we haven't talked about yet, which is the Aladdin and Jasmine parallels.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because let's be honest, their whole little adventure a few weeks ago was basically Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Yes. It was
Yeah.
absolutely Tallahassee.
Like we said, you're not a true love couple unless you go on an adventure within like 24 hours of meeting each other.
Exactly. So, I mean, as always, you have the obvious parallels, which, you know, the connection of between Emma and Aladdin as being the saviors, both of them being orphans and thieves. But when you look at it a little more deeper and you notice, as someone who just loves the Aladdin movie, little tiny things like the "Do you trust me" scene,
Yes.
which we've seen multiple times with Killian trying to get Emma to trust him.
Mhm.
The scene where Jasmine kind of trips and falls into him, very reminiscent of the alternate universe where they first meet.
Yep.
And the
True.
scene where the Sultan at the end of the movie kind of pushes Jasmine into Aladdin's arms and being like, "Here, I'll give you permission to
Marry him.
marry my daughter." Very reminiscent of 4-2, where Charming kind of
White Out.
lifts Emma up and throws her into Killian's arms.
Charming
Yes.
knows what's up.
Oh yeah.
That song still fucking kills me. Oh my god.
Oh, that episode needs to be watched as well.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
And the last one I'll mention is that their love stories are both about choosing each other. Like Jasmine chooses to be with just a regular guy instead of marrying a prince,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
which is reminiscent of Emma choosing Killian when they're down in Hades' lair or whatever, for the true love test.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. I want to
Love
watch Aladdin
that.
again now. Can we watch Aladdin?
Right? I know. I might do that today. And then the other parallels that Marianne talked about that I want to mention is Back to the Future. Now, I will admit I have never
Yes,
seen
Sarah.
Back to the Future.
Admit this. Admit this to the world.
But all
I'm
respect, Sarah.
sorry.
Y'all been giving me shit for how long now about Aladdin?
Well,
and
Then
this
watch
one,
it.
watch Aladdin, and Sarah needs to sit down and watch Back to the Future.
I'm not
Yeah.
watching Aladdin until she watches Back to the Future.
Watch it at the same time.
All three of them.
Well, if oh geez, if I
No.
can find them, I will watch them.
I mean,
Go on the internet.
really
You
watch
really need to
Anyways.
watch each one.
Shh. 2 was good.
You didn't. I mean, are you gonna watch all the Aladdins too? Like,
There's more
The
than
third
one.
Aladdin is amazing.
Well,
there you go.
There's more than one.
I
We
will
have
keep-
do we have a deal now?
there you go, Ray.
Is this like a Belle's Magical World thing, or is it like actual sequels?
No, the
No.
Aladdin sequels are they're actual sequels and they're actually good. The third one is
Yeah.
very well done. The
I-
second
I
one,
would-
I don't trust
I-
Disney
okay,
sequels
I-
unless it's Lion King or Beauty and the Beast.
I low key like Return of Jafar.
Ray, the Beauty
The
and
only
the
thing I
Beast
didn't like about
sequels are
Return of Jafar-
awful.
Shut up, Justine.
Terrible.
No, they're not. They're great. The
They're
Christmas
awful.
one, her Christmas
Oh
dress
my
is so
God.
pretty.
I don't ever watch any Disney sequels, but I watched Toy Story
Belle's
2 and
Magical World
3,
is
and I was like, oh
great.
my god, no.
No, it's
that
not.
doesn't count. It's Pixar.
Oh yeah, sorry, never mind. Sorry, Sarah.
Ray, those are not
correcting
good.
me.
They are.
Does it shock anyone that I owned the Little Mermaid too?
Okay,
No.
Melody is awesome, and so I
Thank
can't
you.
remember what
I tried to watch the second one, I couldn't get into it.
what are the seal. Okay, we're so off topic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
We should just do an episode of like the best and worst Disney sequels.
Mulan 2.
Hey,
I couldn't even
Mulan
get 2
2.
minutes into
No,
that.
I love Mulan 2.
What? It's not even their voices. I literally watched 3 minutes of it. I'm like, I can't do this. Then she broke
like
into
the
some
music,
weird
whatever.
song.
But is that the same thing with Lion King too?
No, Lion King 2 was the best.
But is it Matthew Broderick and all the is it the
Yeah, it is.
people? Oh really? Okay, I didn't know. That's why I never watched
Yeah.
it because I assumed it wasn't the people. So I was like,
Kiara's
Kiara
awesome.
is great.
Kiara and what's his name?
Kovu.
Kovu.
Which like Disney needs to stop
Dejected.
animating like such like attractive mice.
Disgraced.
That was very confusing. You know what's a great Disney sequel? The third Cinderella movie.
There's 3
I didn't even know there
Cinderellas.
was-
The
yeah, right?
hell?
was there a second one?
Did she lose
There
her
was.
other
The
shoe?
second one isn't good. It's just basically vignettes of like
Right.
nothing.
Yeah,
Her other
Cinderella
shoe.
2 sucks.
But like the third one is really good. They go back in time and it's like it's so convoluted, but it's good. It's legitimately good.
I go back in time.
Right, I'm crying because
Sorry. I broke Gabby.
You broke Gabby.
Joey's
Her other
breaks them
shoe.
on every week.
My weekly quota has been reached.
Okay. Anyways, so Back to the Future. Yes, I have not seen it. I will watch it, and I will especially watch it now because of all these parallels that Marianne has taken note of. And again, whether or not these are intentional, who knows? But it seems a little too good to be true to be a coincidence. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna read these because since I haven't seen the plot,
Coincidence?
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, in Back to the Future, Marty travels back to the time when his parents fall in love, but his encounters with them alter history. What does this sound like?
See us moving.
The season 3 finale.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. This
they-
isn't ringing any bells.
They don't meet the way that they are supposed to, and he must repair the damage and make sure that his parents end up together so that he does not cease to exist.
Yeah.
In Back to the Future, there is a significant dance called the Enchantment Under the Sea Dance. What does that remind you of?
Oh my god.
Perhaps King Midas's ball?
Mm.
Ooh.
Except Killian doesn't jam out on the guitar there, though.
Oh, I wish he would have.
So at one point in Back to the Future 2, past Marty and present Marty are on screen at the same time. What does that remind you of? Oh, I don't know. Past Killian getting punched in the face by present Killian.
Just a little bit.
At best.
He was asking for it.
He'll blame the rum.
Yes.
So this actually, Marianne even has gifts to go with this. But in both Back to the Future and Once, Marty and Emma witness the ultimate moments that their parents fall in love. And in both cases, they know that things are set right when what had disappeared returns. Marty and his siblings in a photograph, and Snow and Charming's wedding in the storybook.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she goes on, but
I think that whole episode apparently is just Back to the Future fan fiction.
Yeah, who knew? I didn't know.
And I thought about it, and then especially when she even says who do I look like, Marty McFly?
Exactly.
They brought it up on purpose. So
Yep.
people
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, now we know.
And then Sarah went, Marty McWho? Because she's
Yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah.
Sarah's
Sarah and
Killian.
Killian are in
Is
the
he a
same
wizard?
boat.
Is he a wizard?
That's your funny line? Like your favorite funny thing from the
No,
show?
but it should
Oh.
it should have been.
Oh, okay. That was somebody's.
When you most connect with Killian, there's that line. I haven't seen it.
That's what me and Killian
Have in common.
have
ironic.
similar. Yeah. Haven't seen Back to the Future.
That's your favorite line. That's
I think it was Jenna's.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's one of my favorite, yeah.
So I will link the article that Marianne wrote in our recommendations for the week. So you have some time, please go read that. And she has a lot more parallels listed in there as well for other things. So check it out.
Definitely.
Check it out.
So let's move on to Rex for this week.
Yeah.
Mine is going to go along with what I was talking about with Buffy and Angel, and it is the gift set that I mentioned that has already been done, where they have paralleled both scenes,
Oh.
Buffy and Angel, and Emma and Killian, their death scenes, the I'm going to kill my true love death scene. Someone paralleled them in gift sets.
I like
and
how
his
angry
passions
your
are
voice
how-
gets.
I know.
She was
It's so
super angry.
passionate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, Rachel, you were there. You were there
I
to
know.
witness it
I
with
was.
me. It was not pretty. So, yeah. And the gift set is by Chanel Oberlin.
And
That's fine.
following the Tangled theme from me and Gabby, mine is a fan art. It's Captain Swan as Tangled, and it's by Shin Rin Ray 739 on DeviantArt, and it's beautiful, and she's got other work as well, and absolutely fantastic.
I did a fan art. Sorry, Sarah. I know you said do one, but I just couldn't help myself with
That's
two.
okay.
So one fan.
Gabby, follow the rules.
God damn it, Gabby.
So I was it's a fan art by Marie21.deviantart.com. It's with 2 eyes. It's a Tangle parallel with Captain Swan with their first meeting, and then I think it ended off at 4:11. But and I also did a fan video rec, Killing Emma and Flynn and Rapunzel by Indigo Ibex. I'm sorry, that's one. And it's really great. It parallels both of them.
Oh, I think
It's a
I've
good
seen
video
that
of that.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
think-
very good.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Lorraine who emailed me that video. So
Yes.
thank you for that. I love that video.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I have one from Our Chip of Our Own, and it is by Blue Stoplights, and it's called I Wish You Would. It has a happy ending, but
Oh my God.
Shocking.
the summary is AU. The white marks on her finger where her rings used to be fades within a few weeks. She wishes everything else would fade away just as easily. So I'll just leave it at that. You should read
It's
it.
super angsty.
It's so angsty.
I was gonna say that
It's so
sounds
good.
really angsty, but it has a happy ending, so okay.
It does have a happy ending, but it's like 9K of angst and then like 100 like words of happy ending.
Oh wow.
Which,
Oh,
like,
God.
BT dubs, Sandy,
That makes me on a
aka
good
Blue
day, then.
Stoplight, please come back to Tumblr. We miss you. I miss you.
Yes.
We love you.
But yeah, this was a great one shot. And I love it.
Really good. So for my rec, I chose The Rise and Fall of the Storybrooke Book Club. That is very hard to say. And it's by Fira Loves Loki. Shocking. I know.
So
I
cute.
have a writer's crush on her so hard.
Yeah.
But it's so cute. I'll just read out the summary. Killian Jones is sure beyond a reasonable doubt that joining Bella's book club is a huge mistake and a waste of time. But he should know better than to judge a book club by its cover. It's real cute. There's
It is
like
adorable.
Captain Swan and Red Beauty and Snowing, and it's just adorable. And it just, Vera is just such a damn good writer.
She is.
And I cannot sing her praises enough. That's why I've probably wrecked, like, out of all of my wrecks, I feel like I wreck her the most. But she really is just that amazing. So go read it.
All right. Keeping with, I'm with Gabby. You guys can punch me. I kind of have to.
Jenna.
Sorry. Well, I have, keeping with the theme of the episode, I have an episode 7 crack video by Once Upon a Crack, which is just hilarious. And then there's a person on Tumblr who has been slaying me right now, keeping with the Parallels theme, and Decker Star. They've been paralleling, doing a lot of Lucifer and Killian parallel gift sets that have just been giving me all the life. Her name's True Love's Tackle. I can't even pick out one because they're all good. So we'll just put a link up to her Tumblr page so you can go check them all out. They are so well done.
All right, so that about wraps it up for episode 19. As always, you can catch us on all of our social media. We are OUACS Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, WordPress. Why do I struggle with this every week? You'd think you'd have it down. But
Should be drilled in by now.
Gmail, and you can subscribe and listen to us on iTunes, Audio Boom, and Pocket Cast, and YouTube.
Yay.
So we will see you guys next week for a discussion on tonight's episode 8. And we're trying to come up with some fun Thanksgiving-y themed things to do for next week. So stay tuned, since it is almost Thanksgiving here in the U.S.
Food.
I'm so hyped for food.
America.
Clearly one of us has a one-track mind.
No.
I'm very hyped for food.
Food and
I want to make
booze.
stuffing.
Food and booze.
America.
Thanksgiving
Fuck yeah,
should be-
even though this country is a garbage fire.
But
God
food.
save the Queen.
And on that note,
And we're just going to end it there.
Save us.
Get in my
That's a fun
belly.
Bit of singing from me and Justine there.
Okay, catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.